Peace, love, and reparation. Welcome to Black Star TV 2.0. It's your boy Black Star. What's going on, family? Make sure you come in and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and share this out. Make sure y'all go to Amazon.com and go get that pre-order of Judicial Warfare and the Premium Trap. I appreciate you for all your support. Well, how y'all doing on this Saturday afternoon? Man, I want to talk about Wess Moore and these tethers. Family, we got to watch these tethers because you know that he is from the Caribbean. And I'm out here in Maryland. And it's funny because he vetoed a slavery reparations study. He said the city needs to work on itself. Like, yo. Now, we know that this is a white supremacy play where they use non-foundational Black Americans to push a narrative that we don't need reparations. See, because these people come off as just like regular Black people. But hold on, I'm gonna show you something. And this is how we know he's a tether. We know he's a tether. See, June is Caribbean Heritage Month. Now, he said, I'm a proud of my Jamaican heritage and celebrate all that Caribbean community has brought to Maryland. For lessons of faith, resilience, amazing food and dance, let's honor all this community does to make our state greater and more vibrant. Caribbean Heritage Month. See, these people are strategically put in place to block our reparations claim. And I'm going to show you another video. Hold on, before I get back into Wess Moore, I'm going to show you another video. And this is dangerous, family. This is dangerous. Let's
exactly. What does your resolution really aim for? Is it that Black Americans of a certain economic level, are they being targeted? Is it everyone? So basically, it doesn't matter as to what economic level. It's pretty much all Black Americans. What about those individuals of any race that have a lineage going back to slave America? It doesn't matter.
So to be very clear, whether or not a Black descendant of American chattel slavery were able to break into the middle class, they are still, and they were able to do that despite the harms, despite the past injustices done to them. So they are not excluded from the reparation and the remedies therein.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Reparations is lineage based. And again, see, they're trying to make, Black America and try to push anyone who's Black as far as having a claim to our reparation. And no, it's lineage based. Once you start making it race based and allowing anybody to come in who isn't part of the lineage, it will automatically get shut down because it's illegal to do things based off race.
When we think about who traces their lineage back, that is, again, a debate that is used to try to silence the rest of this movement. It's a distraction tactic because what we want to do is instead of focusing on, again, what the system did, who did it, and what the impact of it was, we'd rather get bogged down in, well, should they make $25 an hour or should they be paid below a living wage, right? Should they have been educated, or if they're educated, is that disqualified? No, they're Black. If they are Black and they're descendants of slaves, then they were directly in the lineage of harm. If they are descendant of Jim Crow policies in this country, they are the direct descendant.
No, that's a different claim. And you have to get that outside of giving us ours. Because now, just even think about it on a regular level. Let's just say we was just in a lawsuit. Like, you can't join my lawsuit and then benefit from the stuff that happened to me way over here. You come later and you get a little bit of harm done, and you think you about to get the same check as us? No, that doesn't even make any sense on a legal level. It just doesn't make sense. And these people are literally put here to, and they know that this will mess the claim up. They're not stupid. They know that trying to crowbar every other race into our reparation claim, regardless of what you have melanin or not, if you're not a foundational Black American, then you don't have ties to the claim, man. It's just as simple as that.
Descendants and current living recipients of that harm. If they are living today, then we are still harmed by inequitable funding schemes of public schools. We're still harmed by being Black or brown or poor and living nearer to environmental hazards all over this country. If you are
No, you're being harmed because you chose to be harmed. You chose to come over here. You knew all this stuff was going on and you still chose to come here. We never had a choice. That's like me moving to Africa and then I'm talking about, oh, well, I'm being harmed just like you guys. I deserve the same thing you do. No, I don't. I don't deserve the same thing as somebody in Africa when I just come over there and I've been over there for like 10 years. No, I don't deserve the same thing that they get.
Who are Black in this country right now, you are still less likely to be able to acquire a loan. The interest rates are still higher for Black folks who are attempting to buy homes or go to school. We are still discriminated because of our hair, because of our names. When we go to get jobs,
has been
that
exactly.
me. And I hate these tethers because they are very, very dangerous, family. You got people like Kamala Harris who's saying things like, hey, thank you, family. I appreciate you. Affectionate Earth. Appreciate you. Be one. I hate it because, yo, man, they are strategically used to mess up our stuff. You got people like Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris literally said, yo, I'll never do anything that just benefits foundational Black Americans. Like, it has to benefit the whole group. But that's not fair to us because y'all do things that specifically benefit other groups, like immigrants, which they fall under. See, that's called double dipping. Something that I'm realizing in these lawsuits that they will make sure you don't get to do. You see, even on the legal term, you wouldn't be able to double dip. How can you double dip? And again, this is very, very, very strategic, and we have to watch these people. Like, they are absolutely put out here to distract and mess up the reparations claim because they know that this reparations is the absolute solution to our problem. You name any problem that foundational Black Americans are going through right now, reparations will solve it. The housing, the homelessness, the debt, the student loans, the health care, you name it. Reparations and cutting checks will solve the problem. If majority of foundational Black Americans don't have health care, you cut a check and you get health care. See, it's as simple as that. Poverty breeds crime. You start cutting people checks, less crime is going to get committed. And they know a lot of this. Yeah, man, we definitely shout out to Ray Rock Drummer. Yes, we definitely have to put extra effort into getting these tethers out of here, man. Yo, they are so in the way, and it's sad. It's sad that we've been getting finessed for this long. Obama, Kamala, like you name it. He's the only governor in the whole country is Wess Moore. There's not another Black governor in another state. And then the one governor that is quote unquote Black happens to be Caribbean. It happens to be against reparations. You see? We got to get these people out. And I don't care if you are part of the lineage, bro. If you are against reparations, you got to get out of office. We're not going with the whole, you want to give everybody else tangibles. You want to give everybody else, payments with stuff. But then when it comes to us, all of a sudden, everybody starts shuffling and buffling and giving us a whole bunch of word salad. Those days are over, man. Those days are over. This is crazy. Because it's funny because I feel like between him, Cory Booker, probably not Hakeem Jeffries anymore because Hakeem Jeffries just got caught up in that little puffy stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if this dude gets caught up in it either. You feel me? And Cory Booker. Again, you notice all these guys, again, watch this. Obama, Cory Booker, Wess Moore, and Hakeem Jeffries. None of these dudes have facial hair. And they all seem a little wrist broken, if you get my drift. They all seem like they got a little problem with their wrist. You feel me? What's going on with the Democratic Party? I heard people say, man, this is the party of simps and gays, pretty much. You feel me? And LGBT, like that's the Democratic Party. It's like that's who they cater to. They want to make sure they have some soft-spoken man that's down with LGBT rights and all of this stuff. You get what I mean? You gotta like low-key be on the border of that to like be a Democratic official. Think about it. Name the sturdy, strong black man that you would probably that's in the Democratic Party. None. Like none. All these dudes are dainty and soft and like, yo, we have no strong black men in the Democratic Party. Not one. You can't name me one. Even the guy from Georgia, what was his name? I forgot he was running with what's her damn name? Stacey Abrams, but I forgot his name. Damn, Marcel went down to his thing and was trying to get him. I forgot his name, but whatever. He a dainty dude too. Can't think of this dude's name at all. But whatever, man. Listen, we have to put a stop to this. And again, I got to these tethers. I had got into it with somebody on Facebook, and I was like, you know, I don't think people know what black culture is. And again, a friend of mine, he's Jamaican, right? And we grew up together in the part of New Jersey I'm from. And he was like, I was like, y'all, I don't even really think y'all know what black culture is. And he immediately put a picture of a Jamaican flag, right? Basically saying like, that's what black culture is. Like, because I was talking about how everybody tries to equate black culture with the degenerate part. So I'm like, do y'all even really know what real black culture is? And the first thing he put in my comments was a Jamaican thing. And I was like, yo, to be honest, bro, I was just really speaking on foundational black American culture respectfully. You feel me? And he's like, oh, this is what I mean. Everybody wants to, you know, separate and we all one black family and and watch this. I said, fam, name the black American public official who goes to the Caribbean or goes to Africa, gets in politics and undermines their people. Who does that? Nobody on our end ever does that to anybody. You feel me? Nobody. Shout out to Polo Styles. Yeah, he is Jamaican, absolutely. And yeah, bro. Somebody was trying to say that his dad was FBA, but still, you still have dual allegiance. And again, we don't want anybody speaking up for us that has dual allegiance. You know what I mean? You got to be straight FBA, and you got to be with reparations too, because you could be straight FBA and still be cooning. You know what I'm saying? That's still a absolute thing, because we definitely got coons in our community. But again, they know that our coons are only going to go but so far, and this is why they like to use these tethers. One second, I'm recording. And so, damn, I lost my whole train of thought off that. But anyway, these tethers, they definitely need to go. Absolutely. Let me go back to the story with the guy on Facebook. So, you know, he was saying, yo, we need to all stick together. When I asked him that question, he never gave me an answer back. Like, yo, y'all come over here and y'all undermine us. Like, we don't want to work with y'all and work together. And he was like, oh, y'all ain't. I was like, bro, the only, like, y'all not getting it popping. And he was like, oh, y'all ain't. The last time Black Americans got something going was like 50 years ago. That's the last time y'all was fighting and getting it popping. I was like, whoa. And look how fast the animosity just got to switch up about us. Like, it just went straight from, yo, we all need to work together, to y'all ain't been getting shit popping for 50 years. Like, hold on. First of all, the Alabama brawl was just a couple years ago. They just killed 2 KKK people in New York when they tried to come to that black neighborhood and with the KKK suits on, yeah, and got dunked on. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, you could talk all that we ain't got it popping in 50 years, but we have been getting it popping. And that's the reason y'all are over here, because of us getting it popping. You see, and that's why I said that was like a low key. That's why I said that was low key, like a little jab, because when I'm saying talking about degenerate culture, and then when I say what's real black culture, you give me some Jamaican stuff. So that means you don't think that Jamaicans is part of the degenerate culture. See, when it comes to degenerate Black culture, they're only looking at foundational Black Americans. They don't look at degenerate Black culture and say, yeah, look at those Africans. No, we got to stop killing each other. I hate our culture. You're talking about foundational Black Americans. You're not talking about all Black people. You're not. Yes, they definitely stopping our reparations claim, man. And it's crazy. It's crazy that these people can get in here and like, yo, Black people still will follow this dude. Like, he's still going to have a following of Black voters that's Democrat that still would want to vote for this brother, knowing damn. And yo, you just shut down a study. This thing ain't even have this. This thing didn't even come with checks. This bill didn't even come with checks, and he stopped it. Got to get these people out of here, man. It's too much. Y'all have too much of a bad track record of throwing us under the bus. And again, I still haven't got an answer to that question. I want to know a Black American who goes to these other countries. Don't forget to hit the like button too. Who goes to these other countries and throw people under the bus. We don't go to y'all countries and then get in politics and just straight undermine y'all and make sure you don't get no resources and stop bills from y'all getting stuff. Like, we don't do that. So for y'all to come over here and feel comfortable to do it, and then keep trying to talk about all this Black unity. And again, like, you never address the people in your community who doing the BS. Shout out to Kid Gravity, because he definitely said something about his Jamaican behind, saying, yo, I'm sorry for y'all. I'm sorry that he doing that to y'all. You feel me? Because Kid Gravity is Jamaican, but he not a teller. You feel me? He one of us. You know what I'm saying? But that's somebody like we would that's the type of Jamaican person we would want in office. Somebody that's with our reparations claim, regardless of whether they would get some or not. You see? When you can't be talking about unity and then sitting there trying to shoot down our progress and stop our progress. That's what all these people do. That's why what's her name? Kamala Harris flopped. She was too flip-floppy on her issues. She had no Black agenda, talking about, oh, whatever I do for the Black community, everybody's going to benefit from, not just Black people. See, when you start talking like that, you start losing voters. When you start talking like that, you start losing voters. You feel me? So, man, listen, get these people out of here, man. I wish they would do a super flood to send all these people back to their country. I'm dead serious, man. Y'all be swearing y'all doing something over here, but you cannot do it where you came from. I don't get it. How does it not work there? How does it not work there? I need some answers, bro. Y'all, even the Spanish people, they love to talk about that shit a lot too. Like, we come over, we work hard, and that's why America is like, no. Why is Mexico the way it is, nigga? If you work so damn hard, y'all can't put a nail to a piece of wood over there, but you can do it here. That shit is funny. So it's definitely something that's going on over here before you get here, is as why you can get like that when you get here. See, people made a path for you already. It's no path where you come from. That's why y'all over there low-key rotten and shit, and then you want to slide your behind over here to come get up and have that quote-unquote American dream. Yeah, it's a lot of hindrance in your own country from your own people. Somehow you sit here and talk about how they be hindering you, and then you get over here and hate us, the people who don't hinder you at all. Think about that. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button, smash that like button, and please share this out. I need y'all to go to Amazon.com. Go cop these books, family. Please go cop these books. It drops Monday, May 19th. We got Judicial Warfare, Unmasking the Psychological, Economic, and Judicial War on Foundational Black Americans. And we also got the premium track, The Street Hustle to Selling Call Options. Family, please make sure y'all go grab those. But yeah, back to this goofy, man. This dude's a straight goofy. And word, when is he up for re-election? Because we definitely going to have a campaign of Black people who make sure we get you out of office. And we need foundational Black Americans to be running in all elections, running for mayor, city councils, the Congressional Black Caucus, which is filled with a bunch of tethers. Like, we need our people to start running for office. For governors, again, there's only one governor in the whole country, and he's Black, and that's this tether. Wess Moore is the only Black governor in the whole country. Out of 50 states, we got one Black governor. Oh, he's the first black. Nah, we ain't going with none of that. You the first tether. You the first governor tether. That's what it is, nigga. You feel me? But I'm going to get up out of here, family. I just wanted to put y'all onto that, and we got to stay up on these tethers and make sure we get them up out the paint. You hear me? Y'all have a great day. I'm up out of here.
It's not a nicety. It's not something nice to have for Black folk. It is now an absolute necessity. If you do not get reparations soon, Black folk, as I told you before, are through. Reparation is not a nicety, it's a necessity. What are the conditions? What are the conditions that precipitated Black folk getting into this dilemma? And what Black labor, white wealth did, it tracked 800 years of history in very systematic terms to show you every strategy, every technique, every law, every public custom, and every public policy that was used to enslave Black folk around the world and to maldistribute almost 100% of all this nation's wealth, power, resource, privileges, businesses, and controls of all levels of government into the hands of the dominant white society. And what slavery and Jim Crow segregation did with Black folk, it intentionally maldistributed all the resources away from Black folk and created a real-life monopoly game. Black folk in America are playing in a real-life monopoly game that you're totally ill-prepared to play and win.